secret pellets. She's not noticed yet. So you are getting away with it. I'll give you a couple more and then I'll alert her. She might have noticed. Good morning. Morning, Palin. Good morning, Minion. How's it going? Good morning, Panda. Oh, here she is. Okay. Fifi. She was busy digging and I thought, oh, if I can give Gerry some pellets while she's not paying attention. Good morning, Anna. How's everyone doing? How we do? Oh, the ice pod's kicking off. I was trying to decide whether, because I said I would do that craft stream today, but when I made the schedule, advert, oh, what a good tuft out of Gerry here. When I made the schedule, I forgot that we were going to be looking after a friend's kitty cat, and I'm wondering if I should do something upstairs so I can be with the catto, so I'm not just leaving them. Good morning, Rob. Did I say good morning, Zara? And Ravine? And David? When you say book nook, no, it's like a little kit. One in a centre. Catto can help craft. Well, I was going to do it downstairs and just sit at the little table. Morning, Nightsham. But I'm wondering if I should stay upstairs with Catto. I mean, I guess I could try and... Well, to be honest, I forgot to pick up the glue from the office yesterday. So this all depends if I have glue in the cupboard as well. Because if I don't have any glue, I can't do it anyways. So it might have to be on... next week instead. Morning, Jacinta and Saffron and Hansen. So, it's Animal Crossing stream. Tom's finally going down for embezzlement. Wait, what? Huh? Thank you for the follow. Wait. Tom Nook? Oh, Book Nook. Oh, I see. I was like, huh? Nook getting booked. Oh my gosh. Fifi, there's more behind you now. Fifi. I put him behind you. We're getting to the bottom of the pellet bag, so don't know if you can see, but it's all like powdery, mushed up pellets in the bottom of the bowl at the moment. So I was trying not to tip it out, but it doesn't seem to be stopping Fifi at all. She's just blemming up all the powder. Emma, thank you very much for 2 years, 2 whole years of Manu, of squad, of wholesome joy and breakfast. Thank you. Pollen is high today. I'm a sneezy lad. Yeah, I've not been taking antihistamines recently, and I have noticed that my eyes have just been really like heavy. There's a little bit there, Gerry. 2 little bits. I was so tired yesterday, and part of me does wonder, was it because of hay fever? I completely forgot the word hay fever then. I was just like, hay allergies. But also yesterday was like just a lot of I guess not really socializing, but we did that big recording in the morning, which I hope people enjoy. I have no idea how long it's going to take for it to come out, but are you going to lick the bowl clean? Good, I don't have to put it in the dishwasher anymore. But like, we did this I was there. Oh, Marge? Rob Hansen. There's a thing. Bye bye. Thank you, Rob. So we start recordings usually at like 10:30, but because I was sort of at a loose end, because I guess I'm used to streaming from 10, I was like, oh, I just joined the call at like 10 past 10 or something. I was just sort of sat in it, so I was chatting away to Nowsy because he was early as well, and then we didn't start recording until like 11. And then it was a new thing that we were doing. So, morning, Lyman. It's me, I'm the best viewer. Is that your website? It was a new thing. So it was like obviously like learning a new game and new rules and blah, blah, blah. And then the recording ended up going until like gone 1 because we'd been a bit delayed starting. And then in between that, I was like doing all the, because we did a new, is that a good screech? We had a new Patreon post yesterday, so I was doing all that stuff. And then I was streaming, and obviously Mass Effect is very like emotions and concentration and stuff. And then after... Sorry, I just had a noise from Fifi and I was waiting for her to make it again. She's digging the blanket and I was trying to work out if she's through to the next level. I'm gonna check. Oh, no, she's still on that blankie. That's okay. And then I was like, after the stream, I had to finish off doing some of the Patreon stuff because I hadn't had a chance to like share it on socials, as they say. And then I was like straight out into town. And because of having COVID and isolating and stuff, it was like my first time getting on a bus in like 2 weeks. It felt really weird. Just being like out again. And then went and had a lovely dinner date with Alex, which was really nice. I had a pumpkin katsu, which was really lovely. And morning Mexicals. And then we went to this book talk, and oh my gosh, I was yawning so much through it. And it was really funny as well because there were 3 chairs in the very back row, and Alex was like, oh, should we just sit here? And I was like, oh yeah, someone who's on their own might join us. And then I went to buy a book. Firstly, I went to go and get the books by the authors who were there, but Jennifer Saint's new book, Hera, is only out in... Oh, is Alex coming in? I was like, there's someone in the hallway all of a sudden. Hello, my love! Your daughter's being naughty. Then, so I didn't want to get it in hardback because I'm like a paperback reader, and they were like, oh no, that's not out for like another 6 months. I don't think it's out until January in paperback, sadly. Then I was like, oh, can I get because they had the recent book by Lucy Holland, but they didn't have the first book by her. So I was like, do you have Sister Song by Lucy Holland? And they were like, oh no, that one's out of stock. And she like mouthed out of stock because I guess the author was there and she didn't want to know her to know that they couldn't sell her other book. So then I was like, oh, I do need to... Hello, my love. I forgot you were going out this morning. I went in to see you and I was like, oh. Look at her. She's acting innocent now you're here, but she was digging the sofa. Little pickle. Surely out of stock is a good thing. I guess so. But oh yeah, I guess if it's like sold out, but I think they just hadn't got it back in. And then I was like, well, I do still need to get the book club book for this month, because it is a big book this month, and we've got until like the Sunday the 30th to read it. So I was like, I really need to get it now, but it feels really naughty getting it whilst there's two other authors in the room and it's not one of their books. So I like took it over to the counter and was like, am I allowed to buy this now? And the lady behind the counter was like, yeah, it's okay, it's fine. And I was like, but it feels really naughty. And she was like, I know. We were just like whispering and giggling away whilst she's just been caught. You've just been caught red-pawed. Little pickle. Good morning, Thomas. Good morning, Rowdy. Morning, Lifelike. So, yeah, I did eventually buy the book, and I got to read the first chapter, but oh my gosh, it's huge. Bookshop people are some of the best, most unhinged people I know. Yeah, I do like bookshop people. They tend to be very lovely. Unhinged. I thought bunnies they do have hands. Alex has just walked back in again and she's like, nothing. Morning, Megalomaniac. There were no buns yesterday. There were no buns yesterday because we were recording, but there is today. There's no buns tomorrow though, because there's also recording tomorrow. So she doesn't know whether to go back or not now. She can't tell if she's being watched. It's different when your dad's downstairs, isn't it? Can't get up to things anymore. I'm too lenient. Oh, Duncan, thank you very much for gifting us up to Mike. That's very kind of you. Thank you. I have a thing here I've never seen. What is this? Wait, what is what? What is what? I can't see it on mobile. Oh, Fifi. Good morning, Zach. How's it going? How we do? Good morning, Monkey Buns, Buchette and Bellix. It's a button saying it's my sub-anniversary. Oh, I see. Oh, trying to lure you in, I suppose. Has Anho said hi to you yet? Yeah. Yeah. He still owes me waffles. Because he said he would buy me waffles if Pot 100%ed Freebird, and he did. So he does owe me waffles, but he's got out of it so far. Also, the ice cream truck stopped doing waffles, so I don't really know how we would get them. And he owes us all waffles. Yeah, as per the agreement. Are you okay, baby boy? You suddenly decided you're hungry. You a hungry boy? Gerry was so adventurous yesterday. So he was, he jumped up on the sofa with Fifi and they were just sat on the sofa for a bit together. And then I went and sat on the cuddler instead because I was like, oh, I'll leave them to be on the sofa. And Gerry ran over. He was in the bunny room and then all of a sudden he just ran over and just jumped up onto me. And I was like, oh, what a lovely surprise. And he just sort of sat on my tummy for a while. We had a very little cuddle. It wasn't very long because he doesn't stay on the sofa for very long. But I felt very blessed to have a visit from a boy. Do Uwe not do waffles? No, Uwe do churros. But they don't do, and they do waffle fries, I guess, technically, type of waffle. Oh, do you want me to get the door for you, my love? Hang on, Gerry, wait there. Oh. Your father is escaping. Okay. Just weave some churros, yeah. Make a little basket weave of them. They are nice though. I think you can get them with either chocolate or Biscoff. Fifi, your dad's upstairs now. You can go back to doing crime and get away with it. I want to smush the buns. I know, it's just so... Like, honestly, when the bunnies are together, when they're, like, cuddling next to each other, the joy I get from just sticking my face between them. Because it's one thing if you put your face next to a bunny and you get, you know, you can't... They're not concave. You can't get full floof coverage. But when they're next to each other, oh, it's so good. It's so good. Sorry. Yesterday tuckered me out. I'm very sleepy. It was a very lovely day, though. It was all lovely things to be. I tuned in an odd time, wonder what you're talking about. Halfway through the sentence, I was like, does it sound like I'm talking about, what's it called? Showboating? Is that what... Is that what it's called? Is something? Motorboating, that's the one. I knew it was some sort of boat thing. If taken out of context. Have you ever smushed your face into Taboo? Yeah, he's a very cuddly boy. He is a very snuggly boy. The cat we're having stay with us for a couple of days isn't as smushy as Taboo, but is very fluffy. Oh, she's gone to the ice pod now. I didn't get to put the other one back in the freezer. I ran out of time. Oh my goodness. Hey, Ebi and Ebi too sleepy. I've been having trouble sleeping recently. I've not found anything that's like really like helping me get to sleep, because for ages I was listening to Pride and Prejudice for the billionth time, but then I got to the end of that and I was like, okay, I'm going to try something new. So I've been listening to a book about Peter Jackson, and something about it is like, do you know when you get that thing where something is like, you do fall asleep, but it only puts you in quite a light sleep, so you wake up a lot. And I'll be sort of drifting in and out whilst listening to it, and then it just really confuses me, because I'll just be like, wait, why are they talking about the Beatles now? And what? Why has it gone back to... Like, the book sort of jumps around quite a bit, and it confuses me when I'm half asleep. But it is nice. It's nice hearing about... I mean, I've learnt things so far. I've learnt that the Beatles once wanted to make their own adaptation of Lord of the Rings, and they approached Stanley Kubrick to make it at his home in St. Albans, and he politely declined. And it was like Paul was going to be Frodo, and they were going to be the hobbits. Because it was all about like how long it took for an adaptation to be made before the the ones that we know. Because there was like the animation. Got the old boy staying with us for a week from tonight. Ah, nice. I leave YouTube on and sort of get that. Whenever I wake up, I can usually tell it's because it's autoplay stopped. Yeah. It's difficult to find. Like, for a couple nights, I listened to Classic FM I listened to Classic FM to get to sleep. But then there was one night where I listened to it and it was just a song that I couldn't sleep to. And then it sort of soured it for me and I have to listen to something else. But yeah, it seems to be like on a nightly basis. I sort of lie in bed and think, what will help me tonight? If I leave my YouTube on, I always seem to wake up to Tom and Ben playing Warhammer. Well, that's a nice cozy thing to fall asleep to. It's very nice. But yeah, I'll power through with this because it is interesting. But it's just like I need something that's like a good level of interesting but soothing for me to fall asleep to. We tried those videos of like rain on a rooftop. I find those relaxing. Just have Alex record hours of saying nice things in a calming voice. They have zero interest in Warhammer, but they're both so chill. Yeah, they do just have nice voices. Even if you don't know about Warhammer. I used to listen to them to get to sleep. When I was having bad anxiety, I would nap to Warhammer streams. Because it was very, very chilling. That doesn't mean calming at all. Chilled me to the bone. But yeah, it was good. They don't drastically change levels of... Yeah, see, that was one of the problems I had that had, what's it called? Friendship Onion. The, Billy Boyd and Dominic Monaghan podcast. Because Billy Boyd just gets so excited and randomly shouts all the time. And it would wake me up. So that's not a good one to fall asleep to. And the same with like Folklands. It will have like random musical interludes that will wake me up. Some of my friends of mine use Stephen Fry's Greek book. Yeah, I used that one for a long time. I used Mythos and Heroes. I never used Troy because Troy, the context of it feels wrong to fall asleep to. But yeah, the first two are very good indeed. I went between those two for a very long time. Stephen Fry just has a lovely voice to fall asleep to in general. One of my favourite streamers is a Warhammer streamer and I have zero interest in Warhammer. I guess that's the thing, if you just like, yeah, it's just nice to... I think I've said before, but there's something really lovely about listening to someone talk about their personal interests. I think it's, even if it's something that you have no interest in whatsoever, hearing them talk about it passionately is very lovely. Something magical about that. Alex, thank you very much for the 16 months. Hello, I hope you're doing good. Hope you are doing good. There's a YouTuber who did a home audiobook version of A Song of Ice and Fire. They're so much better than the original. That reminds me, there was a audiobook version of, I think it was like a Tom Clancy book, and it was fan made, and a friend of mine used to listen to, like, he used to really be into, was it Tom Clancy? It was like one of those big action authors, but the fan made one, oh my gosh, bless him, the guy had the most droll voice in the world, and he obviously really loved the books, but listening to his audiobook version, he was really just like, and then the man knocked out the pilot, and the pilot knew that the plane would crash and everyone would die, And as the plane hurtled towards the earth, and you're just like, oh my gosh, how are you making this? How are you making this sound so boring? There's like a high action book that's just like blah, 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 blah. Dear. I think sometimes YouTube plays the same thing I've watched 10 times already, so sleep me wakes up and turns it off. Ah, morning Secondonian. The official says all the names wrong. Yeah, I screamed the people. You would have thought that if someone's doing an official version, they would have like a Bible that tells you, you know, the pronunciation of all of the names, how they are pronounced. The official Tom Clancy audiobook reader is awful, and you're doing a great impression of it. It's like, I mean, when you get things that are like with Greek mythology, I guess you get used to people pronouncing all the names in different ways, but that's just because there is no set way to pronounce them, really. Like yesterday when I was at the author talk, like she has a book out about Hera, and one of them was saying Hera, and one of them was saying Hera during the entire interview, and it's just how it is because there isn't really a set way to say things. It's like there was one she was talking about Semele, but how is she saying it? Semele? Yeah, but I've always heard it as Semele. Semele. Dionysus's mum, who had a bit of a rough time of it. But yeah, Socrates and Hippocrates, and Atalanta's husband Hippomens. Penelope to rhyme with antelope. Oh, antelope. Penelope. Yeah. Hippocrates. Good old Hippocrates. But yeah, I think there is some, with the ancient names, I think there is some give and take with them. As long as you know this, I mean, to be honest, I forget the names of pretty much everyone anyway, so it's just the vibes of the stories that I like. Hello, please don't bite my feet. Where are you going? What are you, Fifi? Fifi. Where are you? Are you underneath me? What are you? Oh, she's already back on the sofa. Hello. Greek isn't a dead language. I don't know how much of a difference there is between like ancient Greek and Greek though. Because I guess, I mean, it's always just been an accepted thing that the names are a bit more, I mean, even like, I guess because a lot of it was passed down, well, from the beginning of language and the beginning of, you know, the beginning of writing and different writing styles, different writing, what's it called? Oh my gosh, it's all left my head. Something B, what was the original script that they started writing in? So I think because of that, like some of the ways, like even between the script on like pithoses that you see will have different spellings and stuff like that. So it is very different. I guess it just depends how it was passed down. And then obviously you've got all the difference between like the Roman names for everyone that they got changed into. So I think it's just one of those things that the nature of storytelling means that they have changed. Because I've read books where they've had like I'd assume pronouncing it how Greek people would nowadays would be more accurate than English speakers do. Oh yeah. Like the basis for, just generally how you pronounce the names probably hasn't changed, but I think the names themselves have been passed down differently, if that makes sense. Just because that is the nature of storytelling, like folkloric storytelling sort of thing. But yeah, there's one that changes a lot. Hercuba, the mother of Paris in Troy. I've read several books with her in, and they've all had different spellings of her name. I think that's one of the ones that people don't settle on. Hercule is just what I call Hercules. He's not Bay. He's a naughty boy. Naughty man. But yeah, I do still find it interesting, regardless of not knowing how to say any of the names. It's just the vibes that I like. Not to be confused with Hercule, the gnome from Bluey. Yes. He's I've forgotten how we got onto this. Oh, people talking about their passions. Yeah. It's like Kirsty always apologizes when she goes off talking about what do you call it? Pathfinder. And I'm always like, don't be sorry. It's always lovely to hear you talk about it. Like, I love her recapping her stories and telling me things that have happened to her character. And even if it's not my campaign or anything, it's always very interesting to hear her just because she's so into it. It is very lovely. Very lovely. Oh. Am I being snuck up upon again? Hello. She very briefly came over. She booped her nose into my face and then she ran off again. I love when people get excited about stuff, especially if they're willing to listen to me spout back about my stuff. Yeah. It's good to have give and take. Poor Kirsty was crying about it, which I 100% relate to. I know, she was like done in for like 3 days by the end of her campaign. It just, yeah. She was... Bless her. She was ruined. I aim for a dump a lot to Duncan's dismay. Oh. Greek before the Omens is mainly based on the Attic or Athenian dialect. It's Greek used in the Bible and Greek that eventually turned into modern Greek. Yeah, I mean, I guess thinking about it, just think about how many different words there are that are pronounced differently, with English accents as an example as well. And it's not that there's any like right or wrong. It's like when people say about like names, like I have at least 3 different ways that people I know will pronounce my name. And I never correct anyone because I'm just like, there's not really a set way for it to be said, so I don't really mind. Like Americans will tend to call me Brioni, and I'll just always be like, okay. Because I'm like, if that's how you want to say it, that's fine. It doesn't particularly bother me because I'm just like, I don't know. I guess other people might mind. I just vibe with it. Most of the time people, Bronchi is the official pronunciation, yes. It's pronounced broccoli. Just anything vaguely beginning with a B and ending with a Y, I don't really mind. It did used to make me giggle though. I had my name Lee. I had an American internet friend years and years and years ago, and we did exchange phone numbers, and he would call up at the house phone every now and then, and my parents found it funny the way he would call up and be like, "Hey, is Brioni there?" And they'd be like, "Okay, we immediately know which friend this is." But yeah. I mean, to be fair, like, I don't really pronounce my name right most of the time because I'm lazy. So I guess just like that is why it's easy for, I mean, just look at, like, Bath. A number of people who I will say Bath and they're just like a bath. And then in the Bristol accent, it's more like Bath. It's just, yeah. Your parents knew you had an internet friend? I had a few. My parents knew nothing. Yeah, my parents knew. They knew that I would go off to, like, dev meets and meet up with people off of DeviantArt. And they knew they knew that I was on the internet a lot of the time. DevMeet sounds like an event hosted by Microsoft. No, it was... I met one of the founders of the DeviantArt website at a dev meet once. He flew over from America, met us in London. But yeah, my gosh, we used to be so unsafe back in those days. I'm glad people are more sensible. I would be one of those, if I have kids, I would be one of those kids that told my kid, no, one of those parents who told my kids not to do the exact things that I had done. Lee, thank you very much for the 41 months. My parents knew, but they were like, don't trust people on the internet. Yeah, I think my parents always just like trusted me to have good judgment of people. Which I would and I wouldn't. But I met one of my best friends was a DeviantArt person, and they absolutely love him. He's part of the family now. So yeah. I think they knew. Talia was also a person I met off of DeviantArt. Talia and I met at a dev meet. You talking about Alex? No, one of my old friends. We met at a dev meet. We used to be part of a group called Flashers on DeviantArt because we did Flash animation. And we both worked at a convention called Flash on the Beach, which was a Flash animation convention that they held in Brighton back in the days. Here I thought it was a photography group. No, I used to do little Flash animations, and I would enter them into little Flash competitions. And I won once with one I made about a tomato, if I remember rightly. I don't remember what happened in it. But yeah, back in the day. Did you tell your parents that you were a flasher? No. Now you know the Clyde. Yeah. So, like, I used to watch Clyde stuff so much back in those days. And, yeah. It is cool. Did you tell your parents that you went to the beach with a bunch of flashes? I think they did find it quite funny. I do still have the t-shirt. Still got my Flash on the Beach t-shirt somewhere. But yeah. I mean, there are obviously like some people who I only really like met people off the internet in groups. I was very lucky to have a friend who I don't remember how but I think we knew each other from school, but he was like a couple years above. And I don't know how I pieced together that he was a guy who was also in the same DeviantArt group as me. But we somehow put two and two together and we thought, oh, we vaguely know each other from school. So, like, his brother was in my year. And I think we thought, well, as we are coming from the same town, it's safer for us to go to these together, even though we're sort of strangers anyway. But we used to go to them together. So it was always very, like, safe. But yeah, I went to ones in, like, Birmingham and Cardiff and would just stay overnight in strangers' houses. So again, when I'm a parent, I'll be saying, like, don't do this. Even though I didn't, it was fine, but don't you do it. So yeah, it was a time, DeviantArt. So you met Talia, wasn't it? Yeah, I met Talia in one of the London ones. I think I only met Talia like twice at Dev Meets. And then we became... So she's a stranger who I met off the internet, and then we exchanged our addresses and became pen pals. So, yeah, very much do as I say, not as I did. I would say my parenting will be one-sided pen pals, you mean? Well, back in the day, she used to reply. Oh, whereas Talia's letter. I've written the last two. She owes me. Hello, Alex. Hello, my love. Does Gerry have supervised internet access? No, it's just by bananas. He would. Oh. Vivi came running over. Do as I say, not as I did. You snuffy today. We're gonna have to nebulize you. You a snuffy baby. I guess I should get your treat. It's just coriander today. It's nothing particularly exciting. Especially not for me. Blah. Blah, 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 blah. When I was a kid, my parents never knew where I was. I was always just home before the streetlights came on. Yeah, that's like, if I had kids, I'd probably attach a tracking device. Yeah, that's the thing, is like, I guess because, you know, back in my day, you didn't have mobile phones, so you just went out and you would just be home by a time, and there was no way for your parents to really know what was happening in between those times. That was just how it was. Whereas nowadays, you know, even like with my niece, if I'm, you know, if she messages me being like, I went to town today, I'm just like, oh my gosh, were you safe? I get so scared. But I guess that's just, you know, caring, isn't it? Gotta raise them to be independent. Yeah, I mean, it's the difficult one though, because like my parents obviously raised me and my brother and sister exactly the same, and both of those two are like very independent, whereas I'm very needy. So you never really know what child you're raising. You can only just try your best. There's only so much you can do. Nature versus nurture, etc. My parents were so scared they never let me go to someone's house without first talking to their parents. It's like I remember my mum I had a friend who lived at the bottom of my road, and my mum would literally like watch me walk down the road to her house. But now I get it. That is exactly how I would be. I do understand. But then there's like times when I'll look back and I'll be like, really? My parents let me do that? Like the number of house parties I would go to, and I would, just sleep around people's houses all the time and not say that I was coming, like when I was coming home, and I'm just like, oh, I guess that's okay. I mean, I'm still here. I guess it worked out. So I guess they were just trusting me in my judgment. And, I guess for the most part, I seem to have got it right. Turned out all right. I would go 10 blocks down by myself to buy bread when I was 4. Oh my gosh. I mean, I think I probably grew up, like, in a weird time for the internet, because it was at the beginning of, like, not really understanding. Like, looking back, I talked to some very dodgy people on the internet in the early days of my usage of it. But I guess it was before we were really aware of, like, what the dangers could be. I guess there is, like, a lot more, people are more tuned into that stuff nowadays. Early day chat rooms were interesting. Yeah. Like, I mean, I won't go into it, but some of the people I met off the internet, I'm just like, wow, I'm still here. That's lucky. But yeah, dear, ASL. And it was always like 18, yes please, California. Oh dear. Well, coriander for the boy and the girl when she's finished digging. Dee 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 oh dee 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 dee. Oh, hang on. I need to be able to see you. There you go. Gerry. Oh. There's more here, Phoebe. I threw it vaguely towards Gerry in case he wanted more. He do not. He do? He do not. Is she gonna notice it? No, he might get away with it. How do I decide? I usually decide what they're gonna have based on what's at the shops, but I also try to cycle through things. So the reason they have a lot of coriander is because as bunnies get older, you try to cut down on giving them anything that's too high in calcium. So a lot of things like kale and spinach are very, parsley I guess, are very calcium rich. But as older bunnies, it can cause more problems with their wee, getting like sludgy wee. So you try and just balance out. They can still have spinach, like I'll try and give them something like that, like only like twice a week. So they had some kale on Tuesday with their cauliflower leaves and a little bit of cauliflower in there as well. So yeah, it's just trying to like give them a little bit of like balancing out stuff that they need. Hey Fifi? You can see my absolutely blooming huge book on the table that I'm slowly going to be making my way through over the next couple of weeks. But yeah, I mean, I would like to give them more variety of stuff, but we're sort of a lot of the time limited to what's actually available in the area. Need to get on to growing stuff in the garden again. Hello, Ted. How be do? I mean, occasionally I give them, they've still got their grass patch in the garden, and I'll give them a little bit of that. Seems like they get a better variety of food than the average human to me. Fifi would disagree. She want more food. To get any fruit other than Nana? They don't tend to, just because fruit is very like sugary for bunnies. So Friday banana tends to be their only fruit of the week, except if I've bought blueberries. Then I will occasionally give Gerry a blueberry. Well, I give both of them everything together, but I give both of them a blueberry after Gerry's had his morning medicine, just as a little treat, because blueberries are good for them. Blueberries are good in general, really. Hello. So yeah, try not to, because they are little sugar fiends, our bunnies. So you have to try and not give them too much. It's good that Fifi's being a lot more active, because I do need to try and get her to lose a little bit of weight. Can I tempt you into this? Very stubbornly, but yes. Uh-oh. Fifi has heard. Okay, you have that bit. I'll give this bit to Fifi. Which side are you? Where are you? Here you are. Hi. Always so hungry. A hungry Banu. My bunnies still love mango. They love apple. Fifi loves... I mean, Fifi just loves everything. She tried to eat a cream egg yesterday. I had to stop her. Do you still have to guard biscuits from Fifi attacks? Yeah. There's just certain people food that she really loves that you have to stop her from eating. They do actually like the dried banana chips now. They will have those. I've seen people give their pets watermelon as a means of keeping them hydrated, and it looks so fun to watch them eat it. I mean, I'm trying to think of what the rule is of what, I would like to try giving the bunnies like a bit more variety of stuff, because there's things that I never really go out my way to get. Maybe I should do, just to see if they like it or not. Maybe that's what my YouTube should be. It should be bunnies trying new foods. I tried to give them a little bit of, I think they've had a little bit of melon, but it wasn't a muck bun. Yeah. I tried to give them, maybe it was honeydew, but they've had a little bit of melon before, but they weren't crazy for it. I don't think they've had watermelon. Should try and give them, what's that one that people always give to white bunnies because it makes them look like the Monty Python bunny? Some sort of berry. Do they love carrots? They do like carrots, but you shouldn't, like carrots again are very sugary, so you shouldn't give them too much carrot. It's better to give them the carrot tops because there's a lot of vitamins in the carrot tops. But again, they are very rich in vitamin A, so you shouldn't give them too much. You should, while cycling through different calcium levels, you should also cycle through different vitamin A levels, which again is things like spinach, parsley, carrot tops. But yeah, but yes, it's good to you can get little like posters of suggested bunny diets. What about durian? I don't know if that's suitable for bunnies because I guess we just don't really get it here, so I've never looked it up. Still waiting for Alistair to add the bunny window where you slice off the carrot top when using carrots in Play-Doh and give it to the windows bunnies to prepare carrots. Yeah. Well, I guess it's time for me to head off and get ready for this chaos cat. No. Shall we go to Viz? It doesn't want to. There we go. Focus on the boy. I'll let you know about the craft stream plan because I do feel bad. But then again, as Alex is upstairs now, maybe it's fine because I wasn't sure if he was coming back today. So maybe the catto can have his company for the day. But it'll all come down to whether I have glue. So I'll check the cupboard for glue. And then hopefully I can do the craft stream. Fimkeys crossed. But yes, everyone, I hope you have a very lovely day. I'll see some of you at 2 for whatever I am up to. And until next time, bye-bye for now. Bye-bye. Jerry's ears are very alert. But he's very sleepy. You can go sleep. It's okay. I'm here. You can go home, Mimi. It's okay. I can see his little foot sticking out underneath him. Here it is. Little foot. Cover it up. There you go. Baby boy. I just want to nap with him. Oh no, Ted. Little foot. Bye bye. A boop.